And just a minute. So the second panel discussion will be about the future of technology and the impact it has on youths. And this panel is going to be moderated by Victor. And our panelists are Samuel Ogola, Lamek Mito, Immaculate Mudhoki, and our representative from CASNEP. So our panelists, let us make our way here. But yeah, just come. Our panelists. Samuel Ogola, Lamek Mito, Immaculate Mudhoki, and our representative from CASNEP. Let us clap for them. Taki wisdoms, I mean, very nice, very nice. So this panel is going to be moderated by Victor. Victor pia mwakasirisha. Mumpigie tu makofi akikuja hivi.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
How are you? Can I give you another secret? I told you the first secret was to get contact with a panelist. The second secret is to always sit somewhere very close, now that they are not occupied yet. See, even if you sit on a VIP seat, though I'm not saying you sit on there, they cannot remove you. We just assume, just assume now that the ambassadors are still on the debating section. But in a nutshell, what I'm saying, that those seated very behind, please move forward, if you may. If you may, we'll really appreciate that. Thank you as you come. Thank you. Saying thank you, though I didn't see anyone move. All right. The first two gentlemen that are coming, remind me for an award, okay? Yes. Oh, really wanakuja. Yes. Okay. Simgesonga tu hapa, hii award sasa ingekuja sasa hivi. All right. Thank you. So my name is Victor. I'm happy to be back here in the afternoon. This is going to be the final panel of the day as we await for the semi-finals of the debate. It's been a good day. It is still a good day, and we hope that we will learn. This is going to be a very extensive panel. When you see SCCA here, know that we are now talking globally. When you see CASNEP here, know that now the certifications are very, very urgent. They say that you must, you see. A while back I interacted with CASNEP and they say, no, you must have this, So there is no option. When you see Mr. Sam here, then you know that we are the heart and field of data. And when you see Immaculate there, know that the startup CEOs and all the startup companies are well represented. We'll start with a round of introductions, maybe 30 seconds. Tell us who you are, what you do, and how best you do it.
Thank you so much, Victor. Good afternoon, everyone. May I see by a show of hands if at all everyone can hear me from behind? Thank you. From behind? Thank you. I'm Maurice Goy. I work at CASNEP as a regional officer. I know quite a number of people who are I was looking at the faces for people who are from Nakuru, particularly Kabarak and the other one? The other from Nakuru, which one? Are you getting here? Yes. I was there for some time, and I realized the people who are the people who have left at first year had already left, have graduated. So I've been in Kisumu, I think from 2020. 2020, I think most of you are still in high school. So obviously none of you could remember me, but the people from Most, I know quite a number of you are familiar with me. I go there regularly. Maseno is my home. Just last week I was there. I was here through MAPS and organized by the Dean. We had a successful career day here. Other universities, because I served all the way from Kibabi in Bungoma, Lupe in Busia, and those other universities, Kaimosi in Vihiga, Must in Kakamega, Just in Siaya, Tomboya in Omabe. So we interact more. So quite a number of you have seen me, and we interacted more, particularly when we guide you on what the best way on how to partner yourselves with the correct courses as you go to the job market. So obviously what we do best is just to ensure that at least we prepare you. You know, some of us when we were doing our undergraduates, we were not informed well enough that when we go out, we'll also require a professional course. And when we leave now to the job market is when you realize that when you go there, you have the academic course, yes, but now someone wants you to have that professional course. So how you can at least operate and be guided on how to do it best. So we will guide you, we will tell you more about what we offer, but thank you so much. Thank you, Kesa, for organizing this. I think I may not get time to appreciate, but it is good that at least we interact with the young people and organizing this thing for a big communities like this. Thank you.
I think by being here, you've already appreciated it. Thank you. Maybe we can hear from Immaculate. Just an introduction.
Alright, thank you so much, Victor. My name is Immaculate Mutoki. I am the youngest CEO in between the great team. I thank God because of this time. So I run a company called Everglow Digital Solutions. We deal with SMEs, startups, SMEs and startups. You're there, you have an idea. You don't know how to implement that idea. We have digital marketing workshops where you come and get trained or get equipped on how you're going to elevate your business from where it is and start making money. So we believe that that idea that you have, it is valid and you can start doing it and it can start working for you. So you don't have to wait for you getting a lot of money to start. We believe that you getting skills to know how to run your business effectively, you can be able to do so. We also do digital marketing training for someone who has a business. He doesn't have a social media marketing presence and he wants to go into the social media marketing presence. So we come and train you on that. Corporate companies, they have team for digital marketing. They are unable to implement, to come up with good social media ways of making money for the company. And we come and train them on how they effectively run their adverts, do their marketing and all that. Yeah, so we go across the market. We also train students, work at home moms. You are there, you don't have anything to do. We have a program called Generation of Business Ideas and Implementation. So we work across the students, SMEs, and also the corporate company. Thank you, Mr.
Maybe Immaculate, before you give the mic, I don't know how true this, maybe you can tell these people, but your company was part of the innovative ideas from the Catholic University Entrepreneurship Summit organized by KESA?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Where Kabonga points, kidogo.
This year, February, I participated in the QA. I was one of the person who was with my partner. We were presenting our idea to KESA, although we did not make it to get the award. But it really trained us to be effective, and that is where we went back, and I sat back with Mr. Alex, it's called Kagonia, and we went and strategized well, and we came up with this idea. So we have a group of company, we deal with cleaning, we deal with trainings, and also now we have the foundation part. So you come across, we go to churches, schools, that is where the foundation comes. But I can tell you for true that these symposiums that you're coming, these meetings that you're coming, they are not for free. Please make sure that you network, make sure that you put a very important thing on these meetings. The person you're sitting to next might be the next person that you want to be connected with. So much, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. So remember, that the person seated next to me is not just a person. If you had Dr. Elisha, he said that your first network is your classmate, all right? But thanks to such innovative national events that we hold, an idea was born, and an idea was pursued, and an idea was implemented. Congratulations once again, Immaculate. The gentleman in a black suit and a red tie, he seems very serious, but he's very friendly, yeah? Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Good afternoon. Yeah, as I've been ably introduced, my name is Lamek Mito. I work with this organization, SCCA, which stands for the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. What we do here majorly is going by our slogan here, think ahead. We actually see to it that we are always ahead of the game. What I do for SCCA is I currently work as the relationship manager, East Africa. And in the relationships here, I manage relationships with both educators, and this includes all the universities and any kind of learning institutions. And that also goes by extension to you as individuals, the students. And I virtually handle all the students in the country, except for Maseno that I've not visited for the past 5 years. But I've been at this since 2010. Now, the other bit that I also do for SCCA is I also manage relationships with approved employers. We have a program called Approved Employers because from the time we enroll a student to take the course, we are a professional body. We want to also see the end result. Are there employers who are able to accept you based on your competencies? So I do a lot of sharing of the SCCA curriculum with employers, and what I do fits into the global basket of the currently grown database of over 8,000 employers across the globe, where now our students can readily be accepted based on the fact that these organizations understand the competencies that these students are able to earn by undertaking SCCA. So at SCCA we pride ourselves with working hand in hand with the real players in the industry. Our syllabus is designed and reviewed based on the demands from the various employers around the globe. The most obvious example I would give, maybe that is more akin to most of you here, I don't know if you've ever heard of the graduate trainee programs with some of the organizations, and this is a platform which gives some of the students an opportunity to experience the aptitude test. How many have ever attended any of those? I'll use the most obvious example of PwC right now. Currently we have PwC. Now 2 weeks ago I was at PwC, and I do this on a yearly basis. For those who manage to get there, you'll definitely see me coming to flag off the program. So the current team, we have 100 graduate trainees, and these are students from different backgrounds. At PwC, surprisingly this year round, I realized that we are actually going down on business students. We have greater numbers in people in engineering, people in medicine, people in other walks of careers. And what that tells you is bringing us down to the theme of today, of the day, technology, the impact of technology on our careers. And today you cannot sit in economics and pride yourself that you are home and dry. There's somebody undertaking a different course from economics, but again, the competencies they earn may actually offer much more than you as an economist would actually offer. Yeah? So those are some of the realities that we bring to you as students. It's not all about sitting back in your economics, because today we see doctors running in the streets. This was one of the most, respected career, and nobody would ever imagine that our doctors would be paid meager, salaries. But that is happening today. Today there are many architects who are losing out in business. Why? Because of technology. There's somebody right here who is only looking out on how to, understand the systems and still do the same thing. There are many houses today that are built and the design was never done by, professional architects. Yeah? Doctors are losing out, day in, day out. People are opting now to consult Dr. Google and not consulting the doctors themselves. So they lose out on, the consultation fee. So as a student seated here, you need to begin understanding that things are getting more dynamic. And 2 weeks ago, we were unveiling the current, latest, highest level in any organization. We currently are more akin to CEO's position. Did you know that that is being phased out? We are phasing out the CEO's role. We are now bringing in the CVO's role, which is Chief Value Officer. Why? Because in this exceptional time, every single business is worried about sustainability. And this is purely based on value. And as a student taking economics, how can you tap into the opportunities that are actually availed in this? The only way you can do this is to think outside the box. Think ahead. Come to SCCA, will give you the skill sets that will make you more than relevant in the face of any disruption that technology brings in our careers. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think that was quite elaborate on about SCCA. I think one of the things you forgot was that other than Uncle Google, there is also Uncle Chat GPT. Or are we on auntie? All right. Thanks. Now we have the man.
Yes, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I know I have been interacting with students for now almost 3 years now. So I am a familiar face. So by name I'm Samuel Ogola. I'm the founder and the CEO of DTE Consultancy. Also, I'm the partner also of KESA, and we've been working together for quite some time. So as a person, I am a biometrician. I hope you guys know what that is. I'm a biometrician. I hope you know. Okay. Yeah, but also, so it means I studied data, but just one thing, when I founded this company, at first the focus was on corporate, but we saw the need to also venture into the students part. That's why we are also bettering on students. So we offer various trainings on various packages or software that you can use to analyze your data. Just right from how do you collect data using aspects like the ODK, how do you visualize data using the aspects like the Power BI, the Tableau, and then how do you analyze data using the softwares like, of course, Python, R, SPSS, Stata. So we are doing all those. And also, just to add, also we've been focusing also on the mentorship. So we've also mentored so many students. And we are hoping to also mentor more and more as we move forward. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I'll just pick it up from here, and I'll start with, of course, you, Sam. You mentioned you've worked with students at least for 3 years. Of course, LAMEC is not an exemption. 10 years is a long time. From 2010, it's 13 years plus. It's a long time. In your experience with students, and I assume these mainly are university, college students, do you think we are embracing technology in the right way?
Okay, thank you. So myself, I talk in terms of data. So I know sometimes also I wonder, the world is moving so fast that even some of us, we wake up and we're like, what's happening? So data is now going crazy. So I know in terms of data, the students are of course using data technology to solve data problems. But now the problem is that there's still, there are still so many things. There is still a gap that is missing. I know also in terms of technology, I know you guys know this thing that we call WorldCoin. You know, WorldCoin is also data. And when you saw WorldCoin, the question will be, do we really know what's happening with the privacy of data? So it means still there's a lot of ignorance in data, and still we need to do more in data. And I know we are really fast on embracing the new tech, but now we need to see how can we use those new techs now to solve the real data problems. Thank you.
Thank you about that, Sam. Remember that our hashtags are still on, hashtag KESA, hashtag National Economics Debate, hashtag Warwaki Data. Remember that the questions that you also wrote in the first panel, ensure that they reach us so that the guests are still here. Of course, they will leave, not without our hampers. So the guests are still here, so channel your questions so they reach us. Just to continue with this, Immaculate, I'll come to you now. As a young startup, barely a year old, now we're looking at the future of the youth in technology. Do you think there are enough startups that embrace technology, or the startups are focusing majorly on, the handwork and what have you? Are we really getting to the line of technology in Kenya?
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. I think for me, because I've interacted with a lot of young people in the space of business, one of the things that we're not utilizing social media in a very positive way. We want to spend our time in social media doing these things a lot of people are doing, but we're not looking at it at an aspect of you making a business, you buying that data, that 20 MBs and making it, turning it to maybe 100 shillings, turning it to 200 shillings. So we have been used to network marketing. I think that is one thing that is really frustrating a lot of people in the social media platforms, that they don't know how to cope up with the network marketing into the social media platforms. But can you look at it at this aspect of, am I able to buy the 20 MBs and not spend a lot of time on TikTok enjoying my time, but also I could go to TikTok and be able to sell myself, that I've packaged myself in a very holistic way, and I'm able to sell myself into those social media platforms, because you have an idea, you have that thing that you wanted to start maybe some years ago, but you're still there waiting for some cash to start, which now we have the social media platforms, which you can start even right now with whatever you have. Actually, if you want to venture into anything in this world, you can venture into just packaging yourself and selling yourself into the market. So young people, we are not really using the social media platforms of the digital digital platforms well, and would like us to utilize that. ChatGPT is there not to make our exams easy, but to get content for our businesses. If maybe you are there, you are stuck in graphics, you feed ChatGPT and it will give you a good graphic, it will give you a good content to market yourself. So copywriting is coming from social media. Let's not misuse our social media.
All right. So you mentioned that, we are getting there, but we are not yet there.
Yeah.
So with regards to how we use the digital era and platforms, especially for the youths?
Yeah, sure. I look at China. If you can get a young person right now in TikTok, if you can go to TikTok and just search Chinese, they don't, okay, dancing is good, but you'll find them selling the things in China through the platform. They will show you even the process of how they are making their products. But as Kenyans, tunaenda pale, tuseme tu kweli tunaambia watu watapu. Yeah? Let's not get from that aspect. Let's look from it from an aspect of us gaining from those. Yeah.
Maybe finally, what then should be done, or what should each and everyone do?
What as young people we should do is just packaging ourselves. What can you do your best? What are you doing your best, and what do you think you can become that you usually strategize? Unakanga chini najiandika unasema I want, as apart from economics, there's something that else that I want to pursue, or maybe it's that economics. You don't have to wait to be employed. You can start from where you are.
All
you
right.
can package yourself, sell yourself in the LinkedIn platforms, and people are able to come buy your service. Rather than you going to look for that job, they are coming to buy your service, even with the knowledge that you have. Do you want to venture into selling of products? There are people who are offering even to give you products for free to go and sell if you bring them profit. So the solution is, don't look at social media the way we are doing for entertainment. To watch your mindset. We remove that mindset of entertainment and we go into the business world.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Margaret. So Margaret, you're saying that you see some of us go to social media to, just to see memes. Some people are telling me that watching memes is part of how they kill depression. But it's a question maybe we'll ask a very senior psychologist here. Maybe I come to now Mr. Morris on how the CASMEB is operating, and forgive me if my data is wrong, but you still don't offer virtual exams, for example. The classes are still physical, and maybe someone is here and they feel like, I want to do a course, but I just have to be there physically. What are you putting in place, or what is to be done by you to ensure that whatever part of the world I am in, I want to learn, I learn perfectly, or what options are there?
Thank you, Bwana Victor, for giving me another chance. Okay, with the CASNEP, I think we have a very exciting journey. We have had, I think most of you may not be aware, during the times your parents, or maybe the people who were senior were doing these courses, there was a lot of hardship in terms of accessing the module to reading. And right now things have changed, because you remember when we were doing them, you will payment, registration alone, you will use money order. And you send it to Nairobi, and you will be waiting for your timetable to come, only to go and get your money order that your money was insufficient. So you will not do, instead of receiving the timetable on your postal address, you receive the money order back. The money you paid was not sufficient enough to cater for your booking or registration. But right now things have changed. You know how much it has changed. Right now you can sit at the back of your home, register online, and get the timetable immediately. You register, you just upload a photo of yourself to identify you, you upload your academic credentials, and then you get the number straight away. So anywhere you are in the world, you could be in a position at least to access our studies. It is possible that we have not, like now, there are a lot of process engineering which have taken place. Like now, there are so many of our courses. You see, most of those courses there, we have started doing them what we call computer-based. And we are moving forward, at least to ensure that we move all of our traditional courses to computer-based. Right now, we have started with the Certified Forensic Fraud Examiner exam, which we do computer-based. We also have all the computer the courses which we offer. We do the computer-based. All the diploma certifications which we have, we do them in computer-based. And even the introduction, there's courses which we at least it's called vocational certificates, where you need to go to a class and study. And it's particularly designed for people maybe who did not do well in high schools, particularly the people who did K844, and you maybe had gotten an E. An E is also a grade. And they learned somewhere where they can go and start a course. So we have designed for them a course where they can have at least go and study and be taught the same way you would be taught in high school. But when you go to do a UI exam, it is computer-based. Right. So much has changed. And just the way you have mentioned that quite a number of the classes are still physical. But there are also quite a number of the accredited institutions which we have accredited, which are now offering virtual classes. Okay. I'm based in Kisumu, and you can be sure that almost 40%, nearly 60 or 40% of all those students who are maybe booking exam within this region, they are studied in those virtual classes. Okay. And there are quite a number of them. There is RBS, there is CE, KCE, there are quite a number who are offering those. Traction, which is based in Nairobi, and they are offering very good courses. And it is always good at least to move forward to ensure that we embrace technology to help us move. And just maybe, I mentioned about computer-based exam, but we are not there. We want to move away that, we still decide our exam, like now we do our exams 3 times a year. We do our exam in April, and we'll wait and then do another one maybe in August, and we'll do another one in December. Like now we are preparing for people who are going to do exam in December. We want to move forward in a way that if you have studied enough and you are sure you can tackle this exam, you should sit your exam, that time you are comfortable, get your results immediately after sitting the exam, real time, such that by the time you are leaving your exam room, you already know there you have already passed or you have failed, and then plan also to do it the next time when you are already prepared. Okay. And I think that will be a very exciting moment for us as we move forward and embrace technology in our operations.
Yeah. And then I have noted that you're progressing on to now the virtual and the computer-based. But really, some would argue, and this is the argument at times, that having virtual classes makes students lazy. In a yes or no answer, do you think this is true?
It depends. It is a yes and a no. Okay. There are students who are mature enough. Once they log into maybe a virtual class, they will concentrate. But it also depends with the mindset or maybe the background.
All right.
You know, someone maybe will leaving work and the work was stressful in the course of the day. When you reach home and you log into at least to study, you realize that the teacher or the person who is teaching at the other end will be just singing a lullaby. So you just doze off. But obviously, I think it's the most convenient way of at least ensuring that you access these studies without actually walking to that place where you're going to study.
Okay.
Yeah, you see to it that even once you have finished work, and most of us are now working home, if you have finished work, there's no need of hassling with the jam or any other place to go to a physical place where you're going to study. Just log in to at least to a virtual class,
yes, and
continue to study. But I also know there are people who also wish to continue asking the questions.
Yes.
There are people who also will interact with their neighbors to ensure that whatever they are getting are actually what the teacher is teaching. And I know that those are the people who are now losing out.
All right. Thank you. Maybe, and this, I'll give you 2 seconds to answer this. Where is a student in Maseno who is interested in any of the courses in CASMEP should go from next week, Monday?
Okay, from next week, Monday, if at all you are interested in our courses and maybe you want to do exam in December, we have up to 3rd of November, and our exams are slated for 4th to 8th of December. So obviously, if you register between now and you just log in, CASNEP portal, when you'll get an access of logging in.
Okay.
Once you are logging, and then you at least develop your credentials on how you can at least log in the consequence ones. You will obviously be a member. You'll get a number through there. You register, you'll get your number, and you will get your timetable, which will also give you the time where you're going to sit your exam.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll go back to Mr. Lamek from SCCA. Lamek, looking at the future of technology among the young, do you think SCCA is doing enough to promote that? And if so, how?
I'll give it from the perspective of being a global body.
Yeah.
Some of the initiatives that we are rolling out, especially in Africa, started in the recent past. SCC as an organization began in the year 1904. We happen to have been the first body ever that was able to still seamlessly run our programs, even in the face of COVID pandemic. And reason being is that technology has always been at the heart of SCCA's consideration. And that is why you can see we are saying we are the world's fastest growing gateway to the accountancy profession. Why? Because we embraced technology. And how did this work? In as much as this has been happening in other countries outside Africa, we had to introduce the remotely invigilated exams in Africa during the COVID-19. And how this worked is we had to come up with a system, a software that automatically converts your laptop into a robotic invigilator. How does it work? Now, the moment you apply and you install that software, you just need to show your eyeballs to the camera of that laptop or the desktop. And once you've done that, it will register the eyeball. And you'll also need to show the 4 corners of that room, the room that you intend to sit that exams when that time comes. Now, surprisingly, for the first time in the history of SCCA, we were able to detect a twin sister, an identical twin sister, sitting exam for a sister, and the system was able to detect. It does not mean that we started doing this in 2020. This has been running in other countries in the early 60s. The support of technology in the exam administration. Now, as a student seated here, Remember, the education system we have here, it was imported, right? But unfortunately, the people who brought education did not give it to us fully. Now, we here are entangled in a system that makes us to develop over-dependence. Yeah? Whereas in the West, the learning is inverted. Whereas here, we do 90% of classwork and a 10% or even less in the practical application. In the West, it is the reverse. It is 90% in the real workplace and 10% in class setup. Now, as a student seated here who realizes that there's that kind of a gap, then you need to start thinking outside the box. How then can you be able to bridge that gap? Now, this is where SCCA comes in. Now, in SCCA, we have a 36 months working experience. And how do we do that? From the time you are registered as a student, whatever you've done that is relevant to the roles that we have will count as part of your practical experience. It may be things you've undertaken before actually enrolling for SCCA, or in the course of time that you are undertaking SCCA, but once it is able to add up to 36 months, you have the practical experience that is required. Many university students I see struggle with that line on any job vacancy. 3 years working experience, and everybody starts wondering, where do I get that? I'm just dropping out of university. Now, we've seen as many students in Kenya who have actually earned their permanent jobs at the second year in the university. Why? Because through SCCA, and in the year 2014, I began the program of enrolling people as early as Form 3 in the high school. Some of these guys would be done with SCCA by the time they're done with their second year in the university, and they're more than work ready. Why? Because they've embraced technology. And one of the ways we also embrace technology is through the computer-based exams. SCCA exams, we currently do not have any exam being written on paper. All of them are done as computer-based. Now, the reason we do that is so that over time, you develop, perfection in that line of application of technology. Because we know that practice makes what? Perfect. There are many times that a university graduate gets into a workplace and they start asking, how do I even start with this kind of application? A very sad story indeed. So you need to think outside the box, seek out for those opportunities in a way that you're able to enhance your career. Also, again, we all understand that the world is now just but a global village. It is not about the economics you're undertaking in Maseno. Find out opportunities of connecting yourself with people outside the world. In SCCA, we have what we call the students community, the SCCA Global Students Community. As a student of SCCA, you are able to interact with all these students all over the world. And through that, even your mindset will shift from the Maseno environment to the global perspective.
Thank you. Well, really, you're doing a lot to, of course, enhance the digital era of the youth center as a company. I am interested, you mentioned that twin sister doing for the sister exams.
Yes, she did, and of course she admitted.
Oh no.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
That is how accurate.
You see,
yeah.
That sounds a bit scary. But we are on it, and maybe still on you, Lamek. One of us or two or three may be interested here, other than just the registration that we may have done and the reminder. If they're interested in SCCA and the courses, what steps do they take? If there are any ambassadors in Maseno, if there are any branches in Maseno, Kisumu, how do they go about it?
We believe in the enablement of technology, and so you just need to have our contact. You can take my number down. It's 07.
But let me note. Better still, you may misuse that contact. I am afraid.
I know how to manage it. I know how to manage it.
You
Don't
know?
worry.
Oh.
Yeah. Just take my number. 0790 207 477. My email address lamek.mito@sccaglobal.com. Our website, where you can get more information and you can always reach out to me, is www.sccaglobal.com. And something in the offing to leave you with, at your own time, kindly Google the SCCA Career Skills Builder. We have a number of free short courses that will help you enhance your career. Reach out to me and I'll be able to support you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Tafadhali, when you're texting that, when you're texting that number, usiseme niaje Buddha, tafadhali. Please, you text how you want to be responded to. Also, and I believe even the email, it's now with you. Please use it well. Maybe finally I'll come to some, and now I'll take a question from the audience. Last time we took a lot of time and we did not. Maybe I'll go to now Mr. Ogola. Mr. Ogola, DTE company, you've not again told us what it is in full. And now the question is, maybe as you tell us what DTE is in full, the question that I'm posing to you is, are the youths in the right trajectory in manipulating and dealing with data? And what then can we do? Because the century is about data and how you transact it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so DTE is D is data, T is technology, and E is expertise. So it means technology is part of DTE, yeah, which is great. So, okay, so far the youth are doing well, but it's not good enough. That's one. We've been interacting with youth for, of course, quite some time. So I'll give an example of. I will give an example of what we are currently doing. So we organized for a competition on data, what we call the Datathon, and it was the first Datathon in Kenya. The others are hackathon. So we went on and looked for partners. So we were having like 5 partners. Of course, one of them is Kesa. We have Monica School. We have the what we call the predictive analytics are there. We have also what we call Best Script, and also we have Consa. I've seen someone from Consa having some Consa somewhere there. So those ones are. And then from there, we made it free. So it means that anyone can analyze, can come in. So it was 0 price. At first, we were having 200 and around 51 people in. We were having around 79 groups. Now, after around 3 weeks, when they submitted their work, we dropped like 70. So it means that only 77 made it to the second phase. So you can see that gap is still there. But now the question would be, how do we solve the gap? Like, why is it that people still yet to see the need of the skills on data and also on how to embrace, technology also. So also, we also moved forward and assigned mentors. So each and every group was assigned mentor, someone that can guide you for 2 months, so that you can know the need of at least embracing data. From what we are getting is that there are some people who even did not contact their mentors. So that means that people are still shy from at least getting to learn from various people in the field. And still we are also proud to say that for the first time we'll be having one of the biggest questions on data, just to show people that technology is key and young people must come in to embrace technology and must also come in to learn various aspects of data. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to take a question from the audience. at least 2 questions because of the interest of time. As you can see behind me, these are chairs. We are going to have the semis just shortly and the finals of the debate. Just 2 questions very fast. Yeah, their hand up. Okay. Questions to the panel? We'd be happy to raise an hand for Yuma. And I'm really behind. All right.
Yes, my name is Nixon from Aseno. I have a question to the TA CEO. Just a simple question. What's the duration for the courses?
All right. Which courses? The short courses?
The short courses.
Data, speeches?
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right, thank you. Any other question, please? Just question next to him. Yep. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Brandon Muga. So I have a question to SCCA. What is the duration of SCCA?
Duration of what exactly?
SCCA.
The courses you mean?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Okay. I think that was... All right. Okay, thank you. I think we'll answer the 2 and proceed. We'll start with Sam, the duration of the courses, then again, Lamek will answer on the duration of the courses.
Yeah, so thank you so much. So far we have various clusters of courses. Of course, we call them now packages. So for the guys who are interested in a course like SPSS, like starter, you will take around 5 to 6 weeks. For the guys who are interested in courses like Python and R, you will take around 8 to 10 weeks because Python is wide. For the people who are interested in the courses of the course of finance, what we call the financial modeling, you will also take around 6 to 8 weeks. All right, thank you.
Are they offered online?
Yes, so far we are offering both physical and online.
All right.
Yes.
So how do we get in touch maybe if I want to do the short course with DTE?
Yeah, okay, thank you. So we have ambassadors in every university, so you can get in touch with ambassadors. Also, we are also partnering with KESA. Also, if you get in touch with KESA, we'll get to know how we can help you. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lamek.
To the question about the duration of time taken to complete SCCA. Now, SCCA has a total of 13 units. And the 13 units are divided into 3 parts. We have part 1, which is what we call the applied knowledge. Part 2 is the applied skills. Part 1, applied knowledge has 3 units. Then part 2, applied skills has 6 units. Then the final level, we call it the strategic professional. We have 4 units. Out of those 4 units, the first 2 are compulsory. One is what we call the strategic business leader. This is purely a case study exam. And like I said, we are actually careful to see that you also, alongside your learning, you have the practical experience. So we actually literally bring the workplace environment into the exam. And that is what we call the strategic business leader. Maybe to some of us who ever participated in the inter-university challenge a couple of years ago understands what that paper really entails. Now, I needed to really explain all this just so that you understand why the scope of time. Now, overall, you can take all of the 13 units within a record time of 2 years. However, there will be many factors. Yeah, this fear, people say it is expensive. Yes, it is expensive. That I cannot actually lie. And especially in the wake of time when our Kenyan shillings continues losing value, it is getting even more expensive. But we do not fear to tell you that it is expensive because we understand the value out of it. Because currently, 1 sterling pound, which is our standard currency, is exchanging against close to 200 Kenya shillings. So it may be damn expensive. Now, there's the flexibility. Out of the 2 years, a university student who is starting at first year, you can be able to complete this within the first 2 years. At your second year, you can comfortably be able to complete SCCA. But now, the catch is, this is where I want you to be very keen. I mentioned the various levels. Now, level 1, which has 3 units, at the end of it, you can take a module. We call it the Foundation in Professionalism. And with that, you'll earn yourself a diploma certificate in accounting and business. This is a global certificate. So as a student here, you'll have already elevated yourself to the global space. But 2, the 6 units upon completion, you also undertake what we call the Ethics and Professional Skills module, because remember, ethics is at the heart of every business setup. Yeah? So we also incorporate that as a public demand that we got from the employers. Then at that point, you can earn yourself an advanced diploma certificate, as well as also optionally, you can be able to undertake a research project and earn yourself an Oxford Brookes University degree, which is a Bachelor of Science in Applied Accounting. We see many students earning this even in their second years of their local university program. At the final level, we have 4 units. Upon completion, you can be able to earn yourself SCCA membership, as well as also optionally, if you do not want to earn an MSc, but of course it is optional, you can also earn yourself an MSc from the University of London in professional accountancy. Yes. So out of the 13 units, you come up with 6 different qualifications. All right. Now, the reason why the 2 years sometimes is not practical, why the first 9 units, part 1 and part 2, constitutes a degree in the University of Oxford Brookes, is because the model and the lecturers who are here will understand that we actually incorporate the model called analysis, which is basically an undergrad degree. At the final level of SCCA units, we incorporate what we call synthesis and evaluation, and the lecturers here will confirm that is a module that is incorporated under the master's program. So SCCA is far and wide, and so sometimes you need quality time for certain units. Otherwise, we still have very genius students. At PwC currently, I'm mentoring a student who completed SCCA within a record time of 1 year, being the first student ever in the SCCA history all over the world to pass these papers within that short time. So it is possible. You can do it.
All right. All right. Maybe Mr. Maurice in 30 seconds. 30.
I know no one asked about the generation forecasting course, but I also felt maybe I just explain briefly on how long you can take maybe to do a casted course, maybe the professional one. And then Justin, I know my brother did with the SCCA and he explained to you well. We also have a complementary of the same, which is also global, called CPA, Certified Public Accountant. And most of the accountants you'll see in Kenya and also working in this region and globally, they are passed through us and done that course called CPA. Yeah. We also have quite, within the professional courses, we also have CS. This is a governance-based course, which at least empowers you to know more about governance, more about management of people. You get at least to get the bit of having to know how to manage people. You know, maybe a doctor may be trained to treat people, and you can be given the responsibility to be the head of the doctors, maybe the head of the hospital, and you may not know how to relate with the people, the workers, or any other resources which you are given to manage. Yes. So that course at least empowers you to know that. Then we also have on areas of investments and financial analysis, and that is where maybe the economists who are here would also get involved. All right. It's certified investment and financial analysis course. So it runs like just the same way with the CPA course because it's a professional course, and it empowers you as an economics or a financial expert, at least to know how to grow money. If you are given 100 shillings, how can you grow it to make it 20 shillings on top? So that is where maybe the government maybe will hire you to give us more focus on the economy. You can also be hired with the pension schemes, assurance in this society, at least to grow money. And then the other one which I think I may not also forget is in the area of credit.
Let's you finish the credit one, then we can end it there.
Okay, later. Okay, in the areas of credit, there are quite a number of people who wish to work within the banking industry, and they get a chance at least to guide the banking, where the economy, where to put money and how it can grow, and also how to at least recover this money when you put it out to the economy. Okay. If you give teachers money or the farmers, how can we recover it back? And maybe you ensure that we recover it without losses or risk involved with it. Just in brief, our courses take just roughly 1 year, particularly 1 year and a half, particularly for the professional ones. But we also have short courses, like now the diplomas one. They also take roughly below 1 year. But the vocational certificate take at least 6 months. There are 2 levels, right? The fact that we do exam in a year, we do 3 times. So if you do maybe the first level, then you can get complete the second level. And you get up certifications on where at least you can empower yourself to go and operate. You employ yourself or you get employed with the same certifications.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris from CASNEP, Maculet from Everglow Digital Solution, Mr. Lamek Mito, Business Relationship Manager, SCCA East Africa, and Mr. Samuel Ouma Ogola, the CEO and founder of DT. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for my panel. At this point in time, I want to invite all the guest executives in here to come so that we share a small token of remembrance and appreciation to my panelists and the panelists that came before. Guest executive in the room, we'll be very happy to have you here. Thank you as you come. Thank you. After this, we are going to have the announcement of the quarterfinals of the preliminaries, teams that went to the quarters, and the chairs that you see behind me are set for the semi-finals. So after the award, just a small session. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. We're going to now announce to the general members how the competition have been from the preliminaries to the quarters and now to the semis. And in the next 40 minutes, we will be done even with the finals. I am so excited about this. Executive, please come. I'll start with Mr. Samuel. We appreciate so much. You see, I call him Sam informally. Yeah? Please don't call him Sam. It's that we get him close. Samuel, though, is a cool, easy person. Of course, he's been very supportive, and we appreciate that, Sam. The executive, please join me in awarding this to Samuel. Just smile. The next we will invite Mr. Lamet. I told you he looks a bit serious. He may, but he's a very humble person. We are happy that the CCA has also worked with us in Dani, and they are continuing to work with us. A round of applause for Mr. Lamet. There's a fact that Immaculate said. She said her startup was part of an idea that was founded when she attended this year's Entrepreneurship Summit at the Catholic University, which was organized by who? By Kesa. So she's the youngest CEO in the room, thanks to Kesa. It's good you appreciate Kesa. CASNEP has been working with us, it's true. Anytime we are not in Nairobi, they have to send a representative. Amefika majafika. He is a regional officer, not just Kisumu based. He was saying he operates from Kibabi all the way to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. finally, there are two ladies and gentlemen here. Gentleman, Mr. Alvin, who is the CEO and founder of Higher Leadership and Consulting Center, as we arrange the stage. And Alvin has given us an invite to this year's Africa Continental Free Trade Area Conference on the 8th of December at Mombasa, in Mombasa. We'll say more about this later on. For now, we appreciate your coming here, sir, and may God bless you. The lady coming, she's the only senior lady data analyst and programmer we have in the room today with over 7 years experience. Over 7, huh? So we appreciate the work she does, and this is to say thank you for gracing our event. Just keep on remembering Kesa and keep on being supportive not only to us, but to the general members. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, Corazon. Right about now, we're going to see how the debate has been as we prepare the stage. Thank you, John. We can just chair. Thank you. All right, my colleagues, Eric and Moses, are going to say that. Then immediately, the teams that have proceeded to the service, you are here. Immediately after this, we have the judges ready. They are spread, so we don't want you to know who are the judges here because of very many other issues. Because we don't want Form 34A and 34B not to tally the final. Okay? But Mr. Kefa Simiyu is our chief adjudicator for today. He says that if you spell his name, you say it is capital S, small I, small m, small I, M, Y, U. Then it is capital A again, okay? If you spell his name without starting capital S, that's a problem. Maybe in like a minute or so, give us how the debates have been. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon again. Good afternoon or evening. I've been given another task here to tell us or report how we did. So in the first round, we are still having 12 teams who are participating in this debate. So the first round we had the first motion, second round we had the second motion, and the third round we had the third round. So I'm just going to, of course, announce it generally. There is a chief judge who will tell us who is proceeding now to the semis and the final here. If I see the stage is set. So round one, the best school, not the best school, but we're having the best and the learners. So we had the MOI at 54.00%. Can we clap? And then we have MUST as at 56.00%. And then we had MUST ASA at 56.00%. Then we had UOSA at 66.67%. Kabarak at 68.33%. Where were we? At Kabarak. Kabarak were 68.33%. Chuka at 69.33%. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga at 69.3%. Then MMU at 74.67%. We had JQuat at 78.00%. And Esalu at 83.3%. Again, we had a sample. Yes, okay. A sample at 93.33. And then we had Queer at 95.33%. Round two we had Mus Asa 50.67%, Queer at 66.00%, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga at 67.33%, Esalu at 69.33%, Kabarak 70.17%, Yoesa at 71.33%, Chuka at 73.33%, Moi at 74.67%, Mus at 75.33%, JQuat at 80.00%, MMU at 88.00%, and the whole system at 90.6%. Round 3, this is how it Mus Asa 76.67%, Moi 74.67%. So you can see somehow motion 3 was well performed. Jaramogi 60. Sorry for that. Kidogo, just a minute. Okay, round 3, this is the result. Sorry for the, I think I announced something else. Queer at 66.00%, Jaramogi at 67.33%, Esalu at 69.33%, Kabarak at 70.17%, Yoesa at 71.33%, Chuka at 73.33%, Moi 74.67%, Mus 75.33%, Mus Asa 76.67%, JQuat 80.00%, MMU 88.00%, and the sample 90.6%. And now the chief judge will announce the top, the teams that are going for the semis, direct to the semis, according to the aggregate of the 3 motions that have been done. So,
ladies and gentlemen, good evening. By way of introduction, once again, I'm Simiyu from Economic Scholar Panel, as well as an overseer at KESA. It is my pleasure to, actually words are disappearing. I think those outside do look like. So basically my task is simple, that is to bring to our notice the teams that have proceeded to the semi-finals during the second National Students Economic Debate for the year 2023 here at Maseno University. So these teams are the following. The first one being the Catholic University of East Africa, Queer, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JQuat. Then there is Multimedia University, MMU. Then there is Maseno University, Yeah, thank you for that. I call upon the first two teams that we are going to witness during this session is Catholic University of East Africa and Maseno University. Also, in the interest of time, we are going to have Catholic University of East Africa proposing the motion, while Maseno University oppose the motion. Let me give a second to Mr. Brian Kanda from the Russian Hub to greet us as we wait for them to come. Welcome, Kanda.
Hi everyone. Hello. If you can see me, no matter how dark I am, you can see my white t-shirt. Hi, please wave. How are you? You all sound so demotivated. I want to encourage you this, that the beauty of debate is that it never ends here, and that even if there will be winners who will be declared today, the logic is that you are only as good as your last speech. Always remember that in the world of debate, you are only as good as your last speech. Is that clear? That is why in competitive tournaments, you rarely find someone holding a title for 3 consecutive rounds. And I'll tell you this, I have debated for over 7 years, since I was a first year in campus. Even now when I'm a postgraduate, I'm still debating and judging. But then this is the thing, it was only 2 years ago that I won the medal for being the best judge in East Africa. After 7 years, you can imagine that. So if I were discouraged after the first year or the second year or the third year, I'd be home, you get that? So that is why we have organizations like Oration Hub who come in to embrace you so that even beyond university life, even outside such tournaments, you can attend trainings, public speaking trainings, and debate trainings. Why? Our trainings are virtual in the sense that on Mondays we have public speaking trainings and on Thursdays we have debate trainings. And even if you speak to these universities that you'll see in finals, ask them about their debate circuit, they'll tell you about Oration Hub. So what ideally we do is that we believe that for some of us, we were so disadvantaged at first we could not access such. But now at this point, we want to bring it down. And with the advent of technology, we are doing this for everyone, so that even at Maseno, you can attend an online session with winners of maybe Worlds or Pan-African Championships every Monday and Thursdays. Is that clear? Yeah, so take these as strong points of growth. Listen to people who are here. Ask them how they do it. Join Oration Hub, and I promise you that next year's Kesa debate, you'll be here. Is that right? Yeah, so I wish you well and all the best in your subsequent rounds.
Thank you so much. Applause, a round of applause for him. Aya, tunafanya hivi. Sheria ni moja. Time ya debate no clapping. Sasa, tunajua tunafanya nini? What do you do? Aya, mtu akiklapu namuuliza wewe ulienda shule gani my friend? Aya, team, the next team is supposed to be clear, right? Catholic. Yeah, Catholic wako. If they are not there, we can tunaweka kando wakuje next year, tujaribu next year so that we can have a team that is there ready. Catholic? Okay, tunaita mara 5. If they are not there, we cancel them. Sio iko sawa? Kwa sababu tuweke timu yenye iko tayari tuendelee. Aya. Choir 1, Choir 2, Choir 3, Choir 4, Choir. Hey, kumbe najua kushtua watu namna hii. Watu wamekuja mbio. Anyway, we are planning to do a swap, so tunapea some time. there is something they are confirming, we may do a swap. Sawa sawa? Hello? Hello? Kuna fans wa Manchester hapa? Manchester United aye! Watu wa Chelsea aye! Watu wa Arsenal aye! Sasa huko kuna fans. Aya, wale fans nimesahau. Timu gani nyingine unajua? Ati Mama Esther. Aya.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so just for a little clarification, there was a little mix-up, but that's good for our own fitness. So, Catholic University of Eastern Africa, you may first join the audience, you will come later. So at this particular moment, ladies and gentlemen, first thank you for being that understanding. We call upon Multimedia University, MMU, to join us in rolling this first motion in our semi-finals. Multimedia University.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Multimedia University. Kwa mnisamehe, mimi mtu yenu, hata nilikuja kwa na mkanipia kuku. Si mimi ni mtu mzuri. Multimedia University. Multimedia wakifika hapa mara mbio. I want to mention to you a certain gentleman seated on the first row. Amevaa miwani ni kama kuna pesa. He has been a buddy and a brother, a mentor to me for some 4 years. Nikiingia first year, I went to school to do medicine. Nikiingia first year, mambo ikakuwa ngumu. Nikaamua tu niende mahali nafanya hesabu. Multimedia hapa. Nikianza kuhesabu si tunajua tunafanya maneno. So I went to do medicine ikakuwa ngumu. Tena nikaamua kuchange course. Sasa siku moja nilikuwa nimekaa pale hapo around shule kuna mali tunaita mali ya watu hawana kazi, wanakanga. Nikakaa hapo bwana akakuja hapa akaniambia wewe kijana, twende bwana usifanye ekonomia bwana. Mimi nikaenda nikafanya economics. Nikaanza kwenda debate kwa sababu yake. So he goes by the name Senior Moses Ogilo. Bwana pigeni makofi Ogilo asimame. Ogilo makofi Moses Ogilo. Asimame. Hajasimama makofi. I thank you. Moses Ogilo is my mentor. Huyo jamaa amenishikilia mkono nikiwa 1.1 mpaka nikamaliza shule. Ananiambia wewe hapana enda mali hii tuende hii. Multimedia University 1. Tunapea ngapi? Multimedia University 2. Zikifika 10 tunatoa 3. Multimedia University 4. Multimedia University 5. Asante.
So thank you MMU. So ladies and gentlemen, this particular motion is not far-fetched. It is something that we are trying to cope up with, particularly within the academy as well as in the political economy and other aspects of our life. And this particular issue relates to the question of technical progress, in particular artificial intelligence. We have had incidences of ChatGPT and its assistance in our educational institutions. But today we are here to ask ourselves a question that is close to the very issues that we find pressing. So allow me at this particular juncture to read the motion that is going to kickstart us for our first semi-finals. And the motion is that this House believes that artificial intelligence and automation should be harnessed to augment human skills and improve productivity. And now, to my left is our able team, that is from Maseno University. And to my right, we have Multimedia University. Proposing the motion is Multimedia University, and opposing the motion is Maseno University. May the debate begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ekocheli Elian from Multimedia University, proposing the motion that artificial intelligence should be included. Panelists, this is a digital era, and a digital era, we need to contextualize the fact that we need to embrace technology. We need to embrace technology because technology is the only route of success. Technology has proven beyond reasonable doubt that it is working. Look at countries like China, United States of America. These countries are advocating for technology. These countries are at the forefront of enhancing this technology. Panelists, I think you need to judge this motion by 3 metrics. First, I think that you have to judge this motion in the account of sustainability. We are looking at the future. We are looking at how we are going to enhance this future with technological advancement. Secondly, panelists, I think you need also to consider the fact of, you need also to put in mind the aspect of Secondly, panelists, I also think you need to put that aspect of failure of human capital. We are seeing that human is to error, and for us to curb this issue, we need to embrace technology. We need to make sure that this technology keeps us at the kick start. It is working. Look at countries like United States. United States advocated for technology. That's why they partnered with the private sectors to include they partnered with private sectors to introduce the Silicon Valley. What's the purpose of Silicon Valley? Silicon Valley looks at advocating for these young people, young generations, in terms of enhancing these technological advancements. Look at the countries like China. China has established the Xinjiang technological hub in the aspect of looking at enhancing this technological advancement. It is crystal clear that we all live in a technological world, and for us, we have to embrace this technology. It's not because that we are looking at its failure that has occurred. Okay, there is some failures that technology has resulted to, but we have to look at the broader aspect. We have to look at the future. The future is technology. The future that holds for us is enhancing this technology for sustainable production of human capital. This is my question.
Thank you. Our first opposer.
Esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and the panel. My name is Michelle Njalu. I'll be the first speaker to oppose this motion. And with opposing this motion, what are we arguing? As the opposers, we are arguing that artificial intelligence and automation should not be harnessed to augment human skills and improve productivity. I want to rebut my fellow debater by starting with, he has not even defined what this debate means to us. If we are talking about intelligence, what are we talking about? Ask your neighbor, what is your intelligence quotient? You may know it as IQ. What is your IQ? When we're talking about intelligence, we're talking about the ability of a human being to create and come up with some new complex ideas that will help in solving the daily matters. Let me ask you a question. Can you trust ChatGPT to plant for you anything in your farm, for it to grow and for you to harvest and eat? Can you trust it? And with that, I come to defining artificial intelligence. B.J. Copeland, who is a famous philosophy professor at the University of Canterbury, defines artificial intelligence as the ability of a computer and computer-controlled machine to do tasks that are commonly with the intelligence of human beings. Yet, as much as these computers can do these tasks, we need to also acknowledge the fact that they cannot reach the full human flexibility, full human memory capability, and full human speed that we use. An AI robot cannot think the way we're thinking. It can be fed information that we already know. It is for us humans to be smarter than them, but they can never measure up to what we humans do. Computers can be programmed to carry out these various complex, such as knowing and showing proofs of mathematical theorems, of which most of the time when we're talking about intelligence, people will relate it to solving mathematical problems, but can an AI do the simple things that we need a human mind to do? And so we cannot allow this artificial intelligence and automation to come and make us poor, to come and slave us in the name of we are going digital, we are embracing technology. We are using technology where we need it, but we are not going to become a slave of technology. And so this afternoon, I want you to join us as the opposers in arguing that artificial intelligence and automation should not be harnessed to augment human skills and improve productivity, because there is no productivity that it is improving. Thank you.
Good evening, fellow debaters and panelists. I would like to propose the motion, artificial intelligence in productivity. First of all, I would like to rebut my fellow debater. Artificial intelligence doesn't deal with performance only and carrying out assignments. There are lots of artificial intelligence. First of all, artificial intelligence, such as Fanuc, have optimized production lines as per the Journal of the American Medical Association. They have assessed, these are equipped machines that are able to detect errors that are made by the humans. These are such as Google. Google DeepMind has developed AI that can spot eye diseases that the human minds, that the humans cannot easily spot. We have to acknowledge that. Just a moment. We have to acknowledge that the use of this AI has led to more productivity. There is this aspect of exhaustion. You cannot rely on human beings to work 11 hours in a day. Take a case for Japan. They work 11 hours a day. There is this aspect of exhaustion that comes in. Our human mind needs time to rest. That's when the AI steps in. This AI has, therefore, according to statistics, has boosted productivity, thus creating more chances of economic development in the first world countries such as China and Japan. Dear panelists, as I rest my case, I would like to propose the motion, artificial intelligence, since it has been improved from the human state.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for actually allowing me for this opportunity to oppose this motion that addresses that AI. They think that AI is the solution, Mr. Speaker. Actually, I want to inform them that I'm trashing your submissions in eternity for the basis that AI is eroding the culture of our nation, Mr. Speaker. I only want to start by acknowledging the fact that AI has misled so many of us in the basis of a good example that was alluded by the first speaker, Mr. Speaker, was that she fails, or in any terms, he fails to address the fact that ChatGPT has been misleading so many students. I am part of those team who has been affected, and I got almost a bad grade, though, for having used that ChatGPT, Mr. Speaker. So this one forms as a case studies. Let's address this in this form, Mr. Speaker. We will agree with me that ChatGPT is carrying away our jobs. People go in offices and start working these things out using computers, ask it questions, it gives back feedback, Mr. Speaker. It's very much surprising that the work that could be carried out by 10 men or women, Mr. Speaker, is being worked by one person, Mr. Speaker. And we are living in Kenya where joblessness has been, in fact, so many, as alluded by somebody here actually, with due respect, so many people are establishing jobless corners in every town because we don't have jobs, Mr. Speaker. Data privacy and security concerns are also very much important. And Mr. Speaker, we need to confirm that cyber security has been a problem. So these AI systems are coming to impediments, Mr. Speaker. July 2023, you and I also, if you're living in this country, Kenya, know that there was a cyber security attack in Kenya and everybody was crying. So how, in any event, in another point, to attention that we need to use this smart technology. Problems like radioactive. These gadgets we are holding radioactive elements in our lives. The second speaker acknowledge the fact that AI is helping him.
It is running away from the fact that you need to carry out research your own, Mr. Speaker. People now are relying on AI and they are failing even to do research, Mr. Speaker. They ask the senior professor, actually, he is a good one in terms of reasoning because there was no AI. Those automations were not available, Mr. Speaker. So I submit by saying AI is eroding creativity, innovation, and we people need to reason and rethink. We need to trash it in eternity, Mr. Speaker. I submit and raise my case, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benson Mwivandanu, and I stand here today to represent Multimedia University of Kenya Economic Student Association. Fast forward to the theme. This house believes that artificial intelligence and automation should be harnessed to augment human skills and improve productivity. Burden of proof. Our fellow opponents fail to prove to us why are you against harnessing artificial intelligence and automation. As well, why are you against the real benefits at hand of artificial intelligence and automation? The first speaker mentioned that human speed is incomparable to artificial intelligence. No, that is vague and unclear. And the reason is, for example, define artificial intelligence.
It's the
that is not speed. Human compared to the reason being, this is technology. This is advancement in technology. Why not harness? What are the benefits? Why again the benefits of advancement in technology? Two, he said high-tech intelligence. They also mentioned slave of technology. They also mentioned eroding culture. This is inconsistent. We cannot multitask. We cannot, as humans, we are slow to adaptability. And that's saying that consistency is key as far as data is concerned. And it is high time that you acknowledge that quality and consistency is relevant towards the advancement of technology, lowering down to today's theme of digital age. The adjudicator requested me to give an overview of this motion in brief before I can close my case. And in different stages, all of us have interacted with artificial intelligence. I believe, for a fact, in our research towards this debate today, not lying, you at one point used specifically ChatGPT, which has over the years advanced to currently ChatGPT 5 to refer to some of your points. Reason being, it's clear, it's crystal, it's well outlined, and it is fast. And we must acknowledge that it has a better memory and data storage as compared to humans. So to close up, I would say that we strongly believe that artificial intelligence and automation should be harnessed to augment human skills and improve productivity. We look forward to a future where we become productive. We look forward to a future of technological advancement. We look forward to advance. We look forward to no stagnation in our daily lives. We look forward to being there to adapt to change and to equally aligning to today's theme of digital age advancement. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, many people and William White Makerere University without using AI. The question is, how are we going to befit these counties in the Republic of Kenya? Like, for example, what is the population? Ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to even tell me that he does not even know the means he's incompetent and he has not done enough research. Ladies and gentlemen, talking of kind of catastrophic to our republic at this moment, I was doing a deep analysis on this big motion, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen,
there's a dramatic GDP of the GDP of the Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to agree with me that they don't even know the GDP of the Republic of Kenya. I'm not here to educate you on everything. I'll be able to present this to my judges so that they can read to you after the motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I proceed to my other arguments here, they are here busy. I can be able to tell. As I continue to my Mr. Victor